So do you see how aux sends? They're just a really great way to send part of your signal out to someplace else. And on a mid-size to a large size mixer, you just wouldn't have just two aux sends here. You might have 6, 8, 10 or more. So monitor mixers are a major application of aux mixers. But there's also another big one as well. So imagine I wanted to use aux1 here to send this out to a reverb unit, and in fact that's exactly what I've done. I've taken this output here, which is aux send 1, and I brought it into this reverb unit, and here's what we can do. So if I was to bring up this acoustic guitar here, if I send this out aux1, see what happens? We start getting signal over here. A lot, a medium amount, or none at all. So in and of itself, I mean, we've got input into our reverb unit, but really nothing's happening, and here's why. We're sending it into the reverb unit, but nothing's coming back out of that reverb unit. This is why we call this an effects loop. And to complete an effects loop, here's what we'll need to do. This might be a little bit messy, but we'll grab these two cables here. That's a red and a blue on this snake. And I'll get the other side of this guy, and I could bring this back into the mixer somewhere, basically. And there's a few places we could bring this back, but probably the easiest one to do is 11 and 12. It's already a stereo channel, so let me bring this up here. So we can see we have a loop going on here. We have the send going into our reverb unit, and then that's returned back into here. And if I bring this up, let me just get these cables out of the way, we should be hearing reverb. Sure enough, we do. So with that effects loop out through an aux send and then back into our mixer here, we can adjust the amount of reverb on this acoustic. But a very cool thing is that we can now share this effect across all of our channels. So that snare drum right here, you can see that as aux send has been sent out of here into our reverb, we can have differing amounts of reverb across all of our channels.